All right, team, let's talk about something that's going to fundamentally change how we work. We're going to dive into a new way to standardize our tool integrations that'll make our end-to-end testing not just faster, but a whole lot smarter. Okay, so this probably looks familiar, right? The left side, that's our life right now. It's that constant, painful shuffle between tickets, code, and chat with all the manual copy-pasting. But on the right, that's the dream. A single, intelligent workflow where our tools are actually talking to each other. The difference is night and day. So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll nail down the problem we all know too well. Then look at the tools that are going to help us solve it. And finally, we'll pull it all together to see what the future of QA really looks like. First up, let's just dive right into the problem. And it's a problem I know every single one of us feels daily. The friction from juggling all of our essential but totally disconnected tools. I mean, think about your average Tuesday. You're bouncing from Jira to GitHub to Slack, all while trying to manage your local test files. Trying to connect all those dots for just one end-to-end test? It's a huge bottleneck. And frankly, it just kills our creative momentum. Okay, so how do we start fixing this mess? Let's talk about the first piece of the puzzle. We're bringing in a seriously powerful AI assistant to help us out, and that's Claude. So if you haven't met Claude yet, it's a conversational AI from a company called Anthropic. The easiest way to think about it is like a super smart assistant that just gets natural language. It can summarize things, brainstorm ideas, even write code snippets. You can see why it's a perfect fit for a ton of our QA tasks. And we can start using it for standalone stuff immediately. You know, like taking a super long, complex bug report and just asking it for a summary, or brainstorming new test cases. But, and this is a big but, right now it's stuck in a browser tab. It's isolated. It can't see our local files. It can't ping our other tools. So that's the big question, right? How do we let this powerful AI actually do stuff on our local machines? Well, the answer is something called Claude Code. This is what gives it direct access to our file system. And this isn't some far-off future thing. This is real, it's practical, and I want to show you 3 specific ways we can put this to work, like today. Okay, first up, creating test artifacts. We all do this, right? After a test run, you're manually making folders, creating a summary file. Forget that. Now you just give it a simple prompt, just like this one, and boom. Claude runs the commands and builds the exact folder structure you need. No more tedious clicking. Number 2, and this is a big one, managing test data. Seriously, how many hours have we all sunk into creating mock data? Well, now you can just ask Claude to whip up a CSV file with fake user data. It creates it right there on your machine, perfectly structured, ready to go in seconds. And for number 3, think about making small changes to test files. You know, you need to update a variable name or something across an entire script. Instead of finding replace, you just ask it. It'll read the file, make the change, and even show you a diff so you can approve it. It's like having a perfect, super fast assistant who never makes a typo. Okay, this is huge for anything local, right? A total game changer. But it still doesn't solve that initial problem, the chaos of all our different tools. To do that, we need the last, and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle, and that's MCP. So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. What is it? Basically, it's a standard, a universal language that lets our AI talk to all our other tools, Jira, GitHub, you name it. And the key is we don't have to build a fragile custom integration for every single one. It just works. And I absolutely love this analogy. Think of MCP as the USB-C port for AI. It's that simple. We don't need a dozen different clunky adapters anymore. It's one standard, one connection, and it plugs into everything. Okay, so we have Claude Code for local stuff and MCP for connecting to everything else. How does it all come together? Let's walk through a real-world EDE testing scenario and see the magic happen. This is where it gets really cool. You can literally ask a single question, like, hey, what's the status of this feature in Jira? And watch what happens. Claude uses MCP to talk to Jira and grab the ticket. Then it hops over to GitHub to check the PR status. It analyzes everything, and then it pings Slack and posts a perfect summary for the whole team, all from one prompt. That's the seamless flow we're talking about. All right, let's bring this all home. Let's talk about the big picture here. What does this actually mean for us, for our team, and for the quality of what we build? The really crucial takeaway is this. We stop being just tool operators, and we become workflow orchestrators. Because MCP standardizes everything, our maintenance headaches get way smaller.
The AI isn't just a little helper anymore. It's the conductor of the whole orchestra. And that means we finally get truly automated E2E validation, which frees us up to do the important stuff, thinking strategically about quality. So I'm going to leave you with this question. If all our tools can finally speak the same language, and we have an AI that's the universal translator, just imagine what new levels of quality and speed we can unlock. This is the new frontier for QA. And believe me, we are just getting started.